I'm Marco, and I'm coming from central part of Italy. The region is called Marche, and so we are like in between the mountains and the sea. And why I'm here in Lithuania, what I'm doing, I'm a researcher. I came here in 2021, approximately, during my PhD studies as like a visiting researcher, and I stayed after that.
So what was your first impression when you arrived in Lithuania? Did you have any knowledge about the country before coming here?
I knew it existed, and that's pretty much about it. So I didn't have expectations, and that's actually, I think, a good thing, because then I kind of fall in love with the country little by little. I arrived in September, so let's say, I think one of the worst time to come, because it's approaching the winter, but I survived that winter, and then with the spring and summer arrived, that's the time to be and the place to be, Lithuania in summer. So I didn't have, like I said, not much expectations because I didn't know anything. But in time, I start to appreciate and really, really fall in love with the country and the beauty of the natural beauties of the country, but also like with the people, architecture, and all the things that Lithuania can offer.
After living in Lithuania for quite a while, do you see any similarities between these two countries, Lithuania and Italy?
Oh, I don't know that. Maybe I didn't think about it. I think yes, there are similarities, but I think that also the difference is more important. Lithuanians and Lithuania, it's much more quiet here, like much more ordered and let's say linear. Italy and Italians are very chaotic people, on average, of course. So there are exceptions. So yeah, this is a difference that kind of sticks. And if you, like me, not really thriving in chaos, it's actually very good.
So what advantages living in Lithuania, what advantages do you see here?
For example, this is a big advantage. Very, very, very practical things. If you need any help, like in bureaucracy for university or with anything with the government, here it's very linear. You can ask one person, maybe you need to ask a second one, but more or less it's a linear process. In Italy, normally you're getting jumping around for quite a long time. Of course, it's a personal experience, but it feels very quiet place, still exciting. If you can look into adventures, if you like these kind of things, you can still find it.
Yes, so as you mentioned, you work as a researcher at Vilnius University. Tell us a little bit about your field of research and how did you become interested in it?
My field of research is, so I'm a researcher in MIF, Mathematics and Informatica Facultetas, so like Faculty of Mathematics and Informatics. And my field of research is quantum computing and artificial intelligence. So how I got interest is because I have a bachelor and master in physics, then a PhD in computer science and mathematics. And during my master in physics, I got interested in quantum technologies and quantum theories. Then I specialized with the master thesis in experimental quantum computing, and I then took a break, and I wanted to learn something else, completely out of field. After that, I got the occasion of meeting my nowadays colleagues, and they were doing what I was doing before, doing my doctoral studies, like distributed computing and distributed systems in classical settings. And together, we decided or found a point in common to move to quantum computing and artificial intelligence. So what we're actually doing, we're trying to combine the two things. So like quantum machine learning is called the field. And we are doing applications of this new field because it's emerging in these last years. And that's how it happened. That's how we're doing. And that's hopefully for the near future and on how it will be.
So what do you think? How artificial intelligence will change our daily lives in, let's say, 5-10 years?
There are different scenarios. Let's talk about the optimistic ones. The optimistic scenario is that it will help on automatizing tasks that are boring and that are not requiring already now, without artificial intelligence, not requiring real input by humans. I don't know, repetitive tasks that can be automatized already now, with artificial intelligence can be automatized in a much linear way, I would say. So it will make life easier in many aspects that otherwise we need to put effort, but they're not adding value, let's say like that.
What do you think? What skills are gonna be needed for IT specialists who wanna work in this field in the future with all these changes with artificial intelligence?
I think critical thinking is the main skill that will be required for actually anybody, but specifically who will approach these kind of tools and will be developing them or like working with these kind of tools like in the day-by-day activities. We're already seeing that these kind of tools are prone to biases, to hallucinations. So critical thinking and checking sources, checking that actually the facts that are stated are like that, or that are not biased, that are not invented. And I mean, this actually was a skill that was always needed by researchers or who is approaching technology in general, that you always need to check your sources, check that what you're doing is actually working as intended. So I think that integrity and yes, the critical thinking are the skills that are the most needed in this field. Regardless if you're a researcher or if you're like just a practitioner that is using these kind of tools.
Many people feel stuck in their lives, in their routines. What do you think living abroad gives a person, like from your own perspective? What living in Lithuania, for example, gave it to you as a person?
First of all, it's pushing you to go out of your comfort zone. You might have taken this decision maybe lighthearted, without thinking too much what could be the consequences of moving abroad, because it just happens, just life. Flowing and you flowing with it. So yes, it's pushing you out of your comfort zone at the beginning, but I think it's also training you into being accustomed with new people. Normally, if you're living, in a place, you're getting into a social bubble somehow, and it's difficult to get out of it. In this case, you're changing bubble, and either you're building a new one that was similar to the previous one, which is absolutely normal, or you start exploring, and the risk might be that you doing the first approach of living abroad, and then you never stop moving. It didn't happen to me. Now I lived for a few months in Austria when I did my master thesis, and now it's second time that I'm living abroad for a long period, beside a few months somewhere else. So for now I'm stable here, and I feel that I will be for at least medium term. We'll see what career and life is going to reserve to me. But there are different possibilities. The optimistic one, again, is that you will feel comfortable in a new environment and you will like to be there, like I do here in Lithuania. The other one that's also very great is that you will start traveling and moving around. But the first step of deciding to move is the one that actually, I think, kickstarts this kind of changing. Also in yourself, that's actually the thing. That, you're changing environment, but I think you're changing a little bit yourself when you're moving abroad. My wish is to take the first step. It can be Lithuania, I really wish you so. It can be anywhere else, but the first step, it's important to get out of your comfort zone and actually learn that there are so many other people out there, not only Italians, not only our Mediterranean basin, but there is so many other people, so many other cultures, so many other things to experience and to actually live that I wish you to learn and experience by yourself.